Hello, everyone, and welcome to our first episode. My name is Emma, and I am your host today. This podcast helps you speak better English. Learning a language is a long journey. Sometimes we make small mistakes on the way. Don't worry, because mistakes are actually good for learning. Today we are talking about common errors. These are things that many beginners do wrong. Listen carefully to the examples I give you. We will cover 8 different topics in this session. Grab a cup of coffee and let's start. I want you to feel confident when you speak. English grammar can be tricky, but it is logical. Are you ready to improve your skills? Great. Let's look at our first common mistake. It is about the verb to be. Many students say, I am student. This is wrong because you need an article. Please remember to say, I am a student. Always use a or and with your profession. For example, she is a doctor is correct. He is an engineer is also correct. This is a very simple rule to remember. Small words make a big difference in English. Practice saying your job title out loud. Did you include the article this time? Excellent. You are already making progress. Let's move to the second part of our lesson. We will discuss how to talk about your age. It is different from many other languages. In many languages, you have years. In English, we use the verb to be. Never say, I have 20 years. That sounds very strange to a native speaker. Instead, say, I am 20 years old. You can also just say, I am 20. Both versions are perfectly fine and natural. Let's try another example for practice. Imagine your brother is 15 years old. You should say, my brother is 15. Do not use the verb have here. This is a mistake I hear every day. It is easy to fix once you know. Think about your own age for a second. Say the correct sentence in your head. Did you use am, is, or are? If you said I am, you are correct. This rule applies to everyone and everything. The building is 50 years old, for instance. Focus on using be for all ages. It is a fundamental part of English grammar. I hope this explanation is clear for you. We are building a strong foundation today. Every correct sentence is a small victory. Let's see what is next on our list. We need to talk about the word people. Is it singular or is it plural? This is a very common point of confusion. Most students make mistakes with this word. The word people refers to many persons. Therefore, people is always a plural word. You must say people are not people is. For example, people are very kind in this city. Many students add an S to make peoples. Usually, peoples is not correct in basic English. Just use people for the plural form. Also, remember the singular form is person. One person is here, but 2 people are here. It is an irregular plural, so it's special. Try to remember this when you describe groups. The people in my class are friendly. Notice I used are in that sentence. This mistake happens because of other languages' rules. Forget those rules when you speak English. Think of a group as many individuals. Using the correct verb makes you sound professional. Practice this with your friends or family. Ask yourself, are the people happy today? It becomes a habit after some time. Let's continue to the next grammar point. We're going to discuss the third person. This is about the letter S in verbs. It is a tiny letter, but very important. Most beginners forget it when they speak fast. Let's focus on the present simple tense. This is where the S usually disappears. We need to keep it in its place. Are you ready for the details? When we talk about he, she, or it, we must add s to the main verb. For example, he likes pizza is the way. She works in an office is correct too. Do not say he like pizza without the s. This is the most common mistake in English. Even advanced students sometimes forget this rule. It happens in the present simple tense only. My cat sleeps all day uses the s. The sun shines also follows this pattern. When you use I, you, we, or they, you do not need the s at all. I like pizza, and they work in an office. Only he, she, and it are different. Try to emphasize the s sound when practicing. It helps your brain remember the grammar. She speaks English very well, for example. Hear that s at the end of speaks. That is the sound of correct grammar. Let's try a negative sentence for a moment. In negatives, the s moves to does. He doesn't like pizza is the correct form. Notice the main verb, like has no s. Doesn't already has the s sound hidden inside. This can be a bit confusing at first. Take your time to process this information. Practice makes perfect, as the saying goes. We are halfway through our podcast episode. Next, we'll talk about the word agree. Is it a verb or an adjective? Many people say, I am agree with you. This is a mistake because agree is a verb. You should simply say, I agree with you. We do not use the verb to be here. The same rule applies to the past tense. Say, I agreed, instead of I was agree. If you don't agree, say, I don't agree. Avoid saying, I am not agree at all costs. It is a very common error for beginners. Think of agree, like the verb eat or go. You wouldn't say, I am eat an apple. So you shouldn't say, I am agree. This simple logic helps you remember the rule. She agrees with my plan is also correct. Remember that third person s from before? It applies to the verb agree as well. Language is like a puzzle with many pieces. Once you connect them, it becomes easy. I hope you are enjoying these tips. Small corrections lead to great fluency. Let's move on to our sixth topic. We need to talk about listening to things. There is a small word often missing here. Can you guess which preposition I mean? It is the short word to. Many people forget it after the verb listen. Let's see how to use it properly. Listen to the next part of our show. Did you notice what I just said? I used the preposition to right there. Always say listen to when there is an object. I listen to music every single morning. She listens to the radio in her car. Never say I listen music without the to. It sounds incomplete to an English speaker. This rule is very strict in English grammar. Even if the object is a person used to. Please listen to me when I speak. They're listening to the teacher right now. Wait, I used that word I shouldn't. Let's say they're listening at this moment. Grammar is about these small connections between words. Some verbs just love specific prepositions. Listen and to are best friends forever. Try to keep them together in your sentences. It will make your English sound much more natural. Let's practice a quick sentence together. Repeat after me. I listen to podcasts. That was perfect. Well done. Now, let's talk about another common confusion. It involves the words do and make. These two verbs are often used incorrectly. They both mean doing something in many languages, but in English they have different jobs. This is a slightly more difficult topic. However, I know you can handle it. Let's look at some basic rules for them. We will focus on the most frequent mistakes. Welcome to the 7th scene of our lesson. Let's explore the world of do versus make. Use make when you create something physical. I make a cake for the party. She makes a cup of tea every morning. Use do for activities, jobs, or tasks. I do my homework in the evening. He does the housework on Saturdays. A common mistake is saying make homework. Please always use do with your homework. Another mistake is saying do a mistake. Actually, the correct phrase is make a mistake. I know it sounds a bit confusing. You have to memorize some of these pairs. Make a phone call is another important one. Do exercise is what you do at the gym. Think, am I creating something new? If yes, use make for that situation. If it is an action or duty, use do. This covers many cases for beginners. Don't worry if you forget sometimes. Just correct yourself and keep going. Learning is all about repetition and time. We are almost at the end of our podcast. I have one more important tip for you. It is about how to say, I like it. Many students translate directly from their language. They often miss a very small word. Can you guess which one it is? It is the little word it. Let's finish with this very useful rule. When someone asks, do you like this song? Many students answer, yes, I like. In English, this sentence is not complete. You must say, yes, I like it. The verb like needs an object after it. You can also say, yes, I do. But never leave like alone at the end. I like very much is also a common error. The correct way is I like it very much. Keep the object close to the verb. This makes your English flow much better. We have covered a lot of ground today. Let's summarize what we learned in this episode. Use articles with jobs and be for age. People is plural and needs the s for he, she. Agree is a verb and listen needs to. Distinguish between do and make carefully. Always include it when you say you like something. You did a wonderful job listening today. Practice these rules in your daily life. Consistency is the key to mastering English. I am very proud of your effort. Join me for the next episode soon. We will explore more interesting language topics. Feel free to listen to this again. Repetition helps to fix these rules in memory. Thank you for choosing this podcast. Have a fantastic day of learning. Goodbye for today, and see you later. Keep practicing and stay very positive.
Leave a comment under this video and one of you will get 40 English lessons for free.